My whole day is completely unrecognisable to how it used to be. I was a commuter, so I lived in Essex, and I got up at probably a similar time, to be fair, but I used to catch the 7:12 or something of that ilk to London every morning, and then walk. Our Wilkins Kennedy office is on London Bridge, so I used to walk from Liverpool Street to London Bridge every morning, along with a million other commuters. I don't really have time for breakfast, but trying to not eat so ridiculously, so I just have something quick. Let's go. Let's try not to fall over. Courtesy of our local radio station. The difference between the Falklands is that most of the time people have got time to say hello, smile, as you've witnessed, people waving in the cars, even people you don't really know, yeah, they acknowledge your existence. I think the best bit of that wave actually is that I passed the very same lady on the very same corner yesterday morning. You think that we all do exactly the same routine? First job first. Let's make the coffee. My husband lives on the west all of the time, and he comes backwards and forwards, and we go backwards and forwards. So we live mainly in Stanley, and then in holidays they're always on the west. The children are always on the west. And then at weekends we either go out to the farm or he comes in. And the only time that I've spent a longer time out there is when I've been on maternity leave.
I don't know if you feel like this weekend.
Yeah. Yeah, it was really nice. And they made a sign, and then the last day, Logan came in the house and he said, Anna's written on their sign. Oh no.
Oh, this was the
Came yesterday, and I wanted to stay in it.
Gosh, then absolutely. If he is, completely by himself, then I think he's okay. But he is only 9.5, so yeah, very much. If you are up there and he, then that's absolutely fine by me. Yeah. 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 I guess Anna's at the pool, is she? Yeah. Yeah, perfect. All right then, if you send George around, that'd be great. Thanks. Bye. I finish work about 4:30, and so they have a variety of clubs on Thursdays. Anna has a swimming club, so the nursery take her to the pool, and I go up there. George comes around and we normally go up there together, and so we watch most of her swimming lesson. so the children, they don't have big restrictive rules, so they have great freedom. And generally here, children, George and Anna, at 9 and 7, they walk round to the nursery by themselves, and you don't have to have all of those concerns that somebody might do something on the way round, or that cars are driving at 60 miles an hour, and that they just have to have some ability to cross the road, which I think is down to us to teach them. So yeah, they have an amazing lifestyle, children in town, and even more so when they go to camp. Yeah, it's amazing.
No, they get them out.
Oh, are they? Alright, good.
They're probably in the shower.
They go to mini-me's.
They do.
Troy's going to the shower.
Yeah, and he's going.
I'm going.
And then after that, we go to the shops, get something for our supper. And Thursdays, Anna can now go to the shack, which was a new development 2 weeks ago with her moving up to year 3. So her times are different to George's times. So I spend some of the evening driving backwards and forwards, collecting her or George, or taking them down there. But I mean, it's an amazing facility, and they really, really love doing it. So it's no hardship. We ship in a relatively small amount of stuff just because you can buy things locally, and I think doing the job that I do, where we, as my job is sort of supporting and assisting local businesses, I'm probably quite conscious of trying to support them where I can. And it's so easy to go down the road and buy it, but there are frustrations. There are things that you want more choice on, and want specific for your needs, or so I do bring in some of the children's clothes, and not because you can't get some of them locally, but they either are, the ones that they want aren't the ones that the shops here have, and it's hard with things like that because it comes down to personal choice.
Raspberries. Thank you, Viv. You're welcome, darling.
I'll put that in the porch when you don't put it out.
Okay. Where is it? My spelling book should already be out. I have a feeling I'm gonna
Date.
I
Well,
have a feeling I'm gonna get that wrong.
accommodation. Think about it. Accommodation. When we got married, we actually got married in Scotland, but when we got married, I said, there may come a point when I don't want to live here anymore. Miles is a Falkland Islander, so this is his home and everything. So I said I didn't think we should get married unless we agreed that if one of us wanted to live somewhere else, that the other one would be open-minded enough to consider that. So about 4 years ago, I said to Miles, do you think we'll ever live anywhere else? To which he responded, why would we want to? So I think probably there isn't any option of living anywhere else. I would very much like the children to experience being overseas and living in bigger communities so that they can make informed choices. But our Falkland children are incredibly lucky, and the funding for further and higher education is pretty extensive, and so I think that if they are able to access that, then that's potentially their opportunity to do that. I hope that we'll live here, whether we always do this strange existence of not maybe living together as a couple, or whether we choose to live on the farm one day. That may well happen. As communications get better, there's less necessity for me to be in Stanley quite as much. But I think the children, although they very much miss being in camp when we're in town, I think they also enjoy the opportunities that Stanley brings, the different social interactions with their friends, and a bigger populace. So I think that personally, I think they feel really privileged that they're able to access both of those environments.